Hey everybody, welcome back to this week's Dark Avenger comic book review. Unfortunately, it's very late. We're a little bit past 1 o'clock. Amber has to get up in another 5 hours. Not even to go to work.
4.
Three. It doesn't matter how many hours. We're really debating how long you're going to sleep.
Yes.
Amber's got to get up early for work regardless.
Yeah.
So she has 3 books this week. One is not from this week. I'm putting her books up front first, then she's going to head off. First, we're going to go with a book that I missed and forgot to tell her to bring up last week. I, Vampire #2. How was it, Amber?
Personally, I like it. I want to keep it. However,
I'll, as long as it's not a huge comic week, I'll get it. If not, then I'll get it the week after.
Later, I don't care. Even if it's late, I don't care.
That's why I got this late.
I like it.
So we'll see. So it was good?
Yeah.
That's it?
I'm going to leave it at that because, honestly, it's been like 2 weeks and I didn't reread it this week.
Okay, so it's either a love or hate it book, I'm guessing.
No, it's pretty, yeah, but pretty much what happens in this, she makes him the bad guy. She tells him that he can join them or he can leave. And instead, he says, no, I'll never join you, so she takes him to be killed. And of course she knows all of those vampires can't kill him. And so he's killing all of the vampires that were killing the humans. And now the vampires are going to view him as the enemy. They're going to know him as bad. Know him as the
bad guy in the whole
one.
thing. Okay.
Yeah. And
okay.
She's going to be the one that they're going to look to as good and right and was trying to get rid of the person that was trying to get rid of them.
This was released the last week of October, which was 2 weeks ago now. So 2 weeks back this was released. Just throwing that out there. Now we're in current day #3s. This was a #2. Yes. We're now in #3s. First one is Batwoman #3.
Oh my god, that was so good.
I didn't read this one at all. This I didn't touch.
This one pretty
didn't
much.
have time.
You remember how her sister was killed? Her sister went into the river?
Sure.
Okay. This pretty much, it starts out very odd. She's in the river. I don't remember how she got there. I don't even know if it was in the last book, honestly. But she came up from that water. And the person that was trying to track her sees her and says, there's someone in the water. Finds her and says, you're wanted for da 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 da. But what it comes down to is Batwoman escapes.
Yeah, I love how this girl woman. Nightwing shows up?
Nightwing.
Oh, cool.
Wow, wait a minute. Nightwing was in this book? Hello. Now I'm interested. No, I'll find him. I know Nightwing. I'll find him. I know his costume. There's Batwoman.
She breaks up with the guy, or the girl. Sorry.
Yeah.
Because, pretty much she's afraid of everything going on. I said I don't know if it's him. I believe it is.
I didn't see him.
I didn't see him at all either.
Flipping too fast.
Oh God.
I knew you were wrong.
I'm in the wrong book.
You're in the wrong book. You are.
That's what lack of sleep does to you.
That is what happened in this, though, except for the Nightwing part.
There's no Nightwing in this book.
There's no Nightwing in the other one. But,
that's what I was saying. 2 books in 1 week?
No, I made a mistake, okay? But,
That happens.
Sure. She's...
The woman that's been tracking her says, I'll find you again. She stood up the other person, the other woman, only because she'd been pretty much drowned. Almost died. And the
that looks like a bad breakup.
It's a bad breakup because she pretty much says, you don't have what it takes, I'm not going to train you anymore. And she's pretty much trying to protect her because this woman says, I'm going to find you, I know who you are, pretty much. As a matter of fact, she tracked this one's father. And says,
I don't like how her skin is so white, though.
Finds her and
Very
says,
pale.
are you proud of your daughter?
I still don't like they gave her such a... She's not
but
God.
This guy is her boss, the one that's telling her
Hopefully
to
not
find
making her
Batman.
boss. That would be lame.
Still, I just don't like that her complex is so white. skin.
Sorry guys, this is the book I was mixing that one up for.
Now, this is the book Amber was mixing up, because I read this book. I skimmed it. I still have to finish it. Batgirl number 3, guest starring none other than my favorite character from the Batman, Dick Grayson, Nightwing. It says it on the cover,
Yes,
that's why I said
know. I should have looked down.
it. You look down on the comic. Oh, don't worry, don't worry about that one.
Nice.
It's fine, don't worry about it.
That's, this is kind of a backstory on her. A little bit with Nightwing.
Oh, yeah. There apparently was a romance.
Yes, with her and Nightwing.
Well, there was in the old you.
Yeah, that's what this is referencing.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty much, he's afraid for her. Batman is as well. That's why he's trying to find them. He's like, look, we do it not because we think that you're damaged or weak. We do it because we love you. We're worried about you.
He loves her more than just Batman does.
And she went to say,
love.
look, love.
Could you explain one thing, and this is a bit of a spoiler, why did she cut her hair off and hand it to him?
A lock of her hair. In case I don't come back.
Oh, cool.
Here's how you can remember me.
Wow.
Because she says, I want to do this alone, and if I can't do it alone, then I don't think we can be friends.
Oh, I thought that she said we can't be friends, period. Oh, she said...
She said, if you won't let me do this alone, we can't be friends. And the one thing, I guess, in this book that really got me... Hold on, let me just make sure that this is the book.
She's making sure this time, double checking her references.
Batwoman and Batgirl.
She doesn't have girlfriends, so you don't have to worry about that with Batgirl.
No.
She does have a heart-to-heart with her dad, I just didn't read that yet.
She does have a heart-to-heart with her father.
I didn't read that yet.
And she had the heart-to-heart because, spoiler, the bombing that she was trying to prevent. She saved the guy that was supposed to be bombed, but she completely forgot about the person who saved him, the Samaritan that saved the guy. So, the bombing happened because the Samaritan was still on the train. He had apparently 2 bombs, or possibly 1 bomb, I'm not sure, set on that train. She saved the guy that had been saved before, but the Samaritan caused a lot of other people to die.
Interesting.
But
this book looks like the best out of your 3.
it's very good. It's very, very good.
Yeah.
I can't get into Batwoman, but Batgirl I can absolutely sink my teeth into.
It's a very good, and the heart-to-heart pretty much, it's not really a heart-to-heart because she can't tell him that she was at the bombing. But she's pretty much like, can we have lunch? I miss you. I want to talk to you type thing.
Looking over that, the fight, or the way she tried to convince Dick that she was on her own, that fight, there was 2 fights, not just 1, but 2. She
beat him down.
put him down. It wasn't just, oh, psh. No, it was like...
Yeah, I know. Head-batting.
What the hell? I'm sorry, I need somebody. I can't punch a woman.
I don't care.
Well, she punched a man and he punched a woman.
As long as you're punching the
there was this...
I'm joking.
You're not superhero.
I'm defending my dick.
I'm joking. But it was
wow,
good.
that sounded so wrong.
I'm
not that
my
dick. This dick.
But it was really good.
Wait. No.
Too much.
Nightwing.
Nightwing. Okay.
Shut up while you're...
I'm shutting up while I'm ahead.
Yeah.
Shut up in my face. I'm defending Nightwing. I'm not calling him Dick anymore. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
It's very good.
Okay. I thought this was the better of the 3.
It sounded like the
are
best.
all dead. That's her twin sister.
I don't know. Batwoman is
With that, Amber, you're done. I know you have to go to work tomorrow, so we'll bid you a good night, and we will see you next week for another
Sorry
review.
that I have to leave early. I was going to sit through this entire thing, but
Yeah, we start over.
It's okay. It's not that many more, and it's not really something that would interest you other than Suicide Squad, which I'll give you later.
You didn't even let me read the other issues.
You'll see them eventually. Come on, you're preventing the issue from the episode from continuing.
Bye, guys.
Yeah,
Good night.
Okay.
You take this chair and just slide it all the way out.
Yes, well, you're not going to give me a hug.
I am.
Kiss
going to give you
goodnight.
a hug. Okay.
Good night.
Okay, good night, Herbert.
Good night. See you next week.
And I will hug the cameraman. Hopefully the camera doesn't move. Good night, Michael.
Okay, really quick while she's saying goodnight. Deathstroke number 3 came out. And it's going out. Not even worth zooming in, Michael. Not even worth zooming
Not
in.
bad?
Listen, alright. Listen, I'm going to explain one thing really quick about Deathstroke before I completely put it down. One thing I will say is, it was fun seeing Deathstroke blast through 1 million people like that. It was fun seeing him do it a second time like that. The same thing for the third issue. I'm getting a feeling of a pattern. Sorry. All it is nonsensical violence.
No.
In my opinion. Now look, a lot of people could feel I'm wrong. In my opinion, it's nonsensical violence. You know what? I was talking about this today, and I've been thinking about it all day. DC ended the Wildstorm universe, and the entire 2 universes combined. Didn't like the relaunch. They could have just acclimated those characters into one big story. Somehow they just moved them into the universe, but they didn't. There's one character from the Wildstorm universe who's yet to even show face that I really care about. And I mentioned this in my unboxing. I mentioned this a bit in another video. I'm going to mention it here. Mr. Majestic. I really enjoyed a lot of Mr. Majestic's stories. I have a trade paperback of all the compiled Mr. Majestic stories. I have volume 2 of his standalone story. I hope that at some point in the DCU, Mr. Majestic makes his... How
long has it been since he's been...
He was in Wildcats, the last Wildcats series that I'm looking into now, the 1 through 29. I'm hoping at some point they'll reintroduce him in the new DCU, because I really like Mr. Majestic. He's like Superman, but not exactly Superman. So I really think I would like to see him, especially if they redo the Wildcats in the DCU, they have to put Majestic in it, man. I'm hoping they put Mr. Majestic in. I really like Mr. Majestic. I hope they didn't erase him.
No, I'm saying what you're about to pick up.
I know, I'm saying I hope they didn't erase him either, though. They could have done that. Some heroes didn't make it.
I hope not.
Mr. Majestic was really good. I hope you guys didn't do that. 3 parts. 3 parts.
I read 1.5.
I heard 4 people say it was good. 4 people said it got better. This first part, Legion lost #1 second printing. Everybody said it was a cluster.
I said I don't want to say the word.
I'm trying to save my language.
A train wreck.
Right?
A train wreck.
It was a train wreck. It was a cluster.
I read it.
You didn't know what the hell you were reading, and it was just whatever. So I didn't like it.
It jumped around way too much. I mean,
the reason Joe's talking is because Joe read the first 2 issues, didn't make it.
You were going to tell me. You were say.
I was going to ask you if you wanted to because I couldn't stand
I'll jump on a better story. Maybe
Issue 2.
Like you said, not this. No.
Issue 2 had very little to do with Issue 1.
No, it didn't.
It had the only thing is about the virus.
It jumped in. It jumped in the middle again. The action just clustered to a mess. One huge mess.
This week, Issue 3 came out.
Didn't bother even picking that one up.
After reading the first 2 myself, I didn't read Issue 3. Drop. Drop, 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 drop. Don't pick up the first 3 issues at all. I am so sorry I wasted $6.
You'll be lost, most likely.
I wasted $6 on this. I'm sorry.
Might be a lot of action, but it's a boring
do you know they attempted Legion Lost before in the 80s? When they relaunched the DCU in the 80s, they did Legion of Superheroes and Legion Lost. It failed in the 80s, or I believe it failed in the 80s. Well, it's going to fail now again.
Yep. Read.
Another book that I was going to drop. Another book that I was going to drop. Superboy #3.
Like the cover.
I was going to drop it until I saw the last page. Now I must know. I'm sorry, go ahead.
Take rest.
I was going to drop it until I saw the last page. It's a very provocative looking character. Now they did mention the girl in the book is Jean 13. And she had no superpowers, you know, just a geeky, you know, down-to-earth, non-muscular woman, right?
Yep.
Spoiler alert, last page.
Wow.
Yes. So, I want to see... the next issue, I don't want to read for Superboy. I want to read the next issue just to see what they're doing with Jean 13. Then I'm done. I'm done with the Superboy series, but I must see the next issue now just to see where they're going with Jean 13. This issue was ridiculous until the very end. I wouldn't be buying this if not for that last page. And you know what? I really don't think I might get the next issue either. Just for Jean 13. No offense, I didn't get Jean 13 when she was in Wildstorm. Why am I going to get it because she's in Superboy?
Will she turn into something like Freakish Amazon?
Yeah, right. This is not the Superboy I've known since 1993, so I can't find a reason to continue by this. The only reason I could find to get issue 4 is Gene 13. Resurrection
story complete.
Complete bomb, except the last 2 pages. Resurrection Man number 3. Resurrection Man gets stuck in limbo, where this guy, you don't know what it is. It's cloaked, and it says you don't want to know what I look like. And it's explaining that heaven and hell are vying for Mitchell. His name is Mitchell. And the woman that he thought he killed on the plane in issue 1, he thought she was a demon. It turns out she was working for heaven, but we knew that. He didn't know that. And basically heaven wants him, hell wants him, and limbo wants him. And he's basically screwing up the entire afterlife world by continually resurrecting. And these 2 women are... He finally breaks free and comes back to Earth with 2 separate powers. First he comes back with impenetrable skin. Then they kill him, and he comes back with the siren voice, which is a lot like, excuse me, Black Canary. But they trank him, and they're ready to take him off after he beats the crap out of them. And spoiler here, they can heal like Wolverine instantly. But you remember that old man who claims he was a supervillain or a super something? Yeah, the transhuman, apparently this old man is a super something. We just don't know who yet. He's like, you gonna mess with my friend's boy? I don't think so. That means you're messing with me, and to be continued. Next, Double Take. Damn right, Double Take. An old man is gonna take on those 2 young women who could keep healing themselves? Looking forward to issue 4. This is a keeper. Another keeper is Suicide Squad 3. And there's a moment in this book where Deadshot and Harley have a moment. Thank God it was a short moment. Alone.
I get it. You don't have to give me the... I got it the moment.
Alone.
You have to bring... I know what you're saying.
And it turns out this guy, who's called Mad Dog, is after the package as well. And they basically are dressed as civilians to blend in because they can't get caught, and they have to get out before their time is up on those bombs in their neck. And of course, you know they do it. The first arc is over in this book, people.
You said it 3 times.
It was really good.
4 times, actually. Alone.
What?
Alone. Oh, that's right.
No, I'm talking about the arc. The story arc is done.
Oh.
In this issue.
Alone.
Alone. And I'm going to show a couple things.
Like, I think they all got it.
I thought this was a really good. I thought this was a really good book. I enjoyed it. I'm looking forward to the next arc. They introduced 2 people, and if you laugh at this name, I'll kill you. The Yo-Yo.
No, I'm not actually.
And
funny.
Turns out the leader of the team for the next mission, or the man that's pulling the strings over Amanda Waller in the next mission, is Captain Boomerang. Oh yes.
That's a cool.
Captain Boomerang is going to be leading or starting the new mission for Suicide Squad, and they're like, why are we going to listen to you? He's holding the device that will blow their necks off. And technically they were supposed to lose the bombs after the first mission, but instead they just reactivated them for another 36 hours, so they just added some time on it so they can do their next mission. That's going to be a trend probably throughout the whole rest of the series. But Captain Boomerang's calling the shots in the next issue. I am excited and cannot wait for the next issue of Suicide Squad. Another issue, a miniseries, unfortunately, that I'm looking forward to the next issue. Huntress.
How many issues are coming out?
6. There's only 6.
Let's maybe do good. They'll bring it back. You never know.
They're possibly putting her in Birds of Prey, so she'll still be around.
Birds of Prey.
She's still in Italy. She's still foiling this guy's plans of smuggling guns and women into Gotham. While being in Italy, she intercepts yet another boat with guns and women, saves the women, destroys the boat. That's the basic brunt of it. She's getting information together. She hunts the guy down. The guy's leaving Italy. She sticks a tracker on his boat, and I love her closing words, which were, "See you soon." His name, by the way, is Moretti. This hunt isn't over. To be continued. The guy's name is Moretti. That's doing all this women trafficking
like really cool
and gun trafficking.
Superhero in general.
Really good. Really good artwork, good story. Everything has good artwork and good story. If I'm not dropping it, that tells you it's good. Really good. Looking forward to part 2. Looking forward to the crossover that's going to happen, I believe, in 2 or 3 months with Birds of Prey. Hopefully, Huntress will stay with the group.
I have to say, oh, it's not the comic book.
What?
That's mine. That was the last one.
No, this is comic.
And
it's really not comic of the week. It's just my favorite. This one, Batman and Robin #3. Damian, of course, won't listen to Bruce. Bruce tells Damian, "Stay at home." You know. There was one part in this book that was hilarious. When Alfred sticks a tracking device on Damian's motorcycle, because Damian's not going to listen to Bruce, he's going to go out, and he takes it off the motorcycle. He's like, don't quit your day job, old man. You didn't catch him with this. And then he drives off, and guess what?
Wow.
He put a tracking device on his cape, and he drove off. He said, I don't think I have to quit my day job just yet. That was so good, how Alfred just completely... what's the word I'm looking for? He faked out Damian. Damian comes face to face with what's this guy's name? There's too many names to memorize, people. Too many names. He basically saves this couple that's being held up, and what the hell is this guy's name? Morgan. Morgan paralyzes Damian, and he likes Damian's style. He wants him not to hold back. And Batman shows up to save his son, of course, because what's his name? Alfred put the tracking device on his cape, thank God. Batman tries to save him, fails, unfortunately. They both get tied up to a car to be continued. They're going to watch a movie, and that's where it's left off. Like, there's going to be some type of a movie that Morgan's going to show them to be continued. My second favorite book right now, Detective Comics moved down to 3rd because Detective Comics is still 2nd. This is still 3rd. That's right, no, Detective Comics is staying 2nd. This is my 3rd favorite. The only other Batman book that's underneath this is Dark Knight, and Dark Knight is because of the Rabbit Woman.
I know what you mean. Your most favorite.
Okay.
Book of the week.
Book of the week, variant cover, Green Lantern #3. Sinestro is going to Kogar, and he is going to take out his core once and for all, and he's going to use Hal Jordan's help. And Hal wants to say goodbye to Carol before he goes, and Sinestro says, "Dude, seriously." You know it's over. Why are you looking to make things worse for yourself? Let's go. This is stupid. The more time we waste here, the more time my people are enslaved. We're getting out of here. And they leave. He doesn't see Carol. And it's amazing. Sinestro is a better Green Lantern than Hal. Why the hell? If you were reading this, if you didn't know Sinestro, the bad guy, and you were just starting to read this now, you'd swear to God that Sinestro was a good guy. And he was a great Green Lantern. You'd swear it on a stack of Bibles.
Well, it is the relaunch, so I guess that's why,
Dude, they were doing this before the relaunch.
True.
You would swear he never lost the Green Ring to begin with. He is a bad guy, people. For those of you who are just reading Green Lantern now, he is a bad guy.
They're turning him anti-hero?
No.
Hope not.
I hope not either. He has to lead his core.
Anti-heroes.
So they go to Kogar.
No offense, it's just so many of them.
They go to Kogar, and Sinestro makes this. He says, go into the power battery with this, and it'll shut the power battery down. But he says, no flying. He said, are you listening? I love how he treats Hal like he's a little kid. He says, we are not going to engage until sundown. Repeat. And he's like, okay, well, I understand. We're not going to agree till sundown. I love how there's a way they can actually change their suits to black.
No, this is a nice artwork.
And I don't like, there's a thing going on with the Guardians. They say we made the Manhunters, they failed. We made the Green Lanterns, now they're failing. We're going to make a third army. I have a feeling at some point the Green Lanterns are going to go against the Guardians, and it's going to be the end of the Guardians, I believe. Or the Guardians are going to have to wake up and smell the coffee. I don't know. Something, something's leading into. You know something's leading into the Green Lanterns versus the new army that the Guardians are making, and in essence, the Guardians then. And then there's going to be a huge they're going to have to find somebody to be the Guardians after they kill most of the Guardians, because you know that the Guardians are going to fight and they're going to go down. So Sinestro breaks his own rule, attacks before sundown. Hal goes into the power battery, and I'm not telling you guys what happens. It says to be continued though, and to be honest with you, that's one way to leave off a book.
Yeah. Wow. I'm not going to say anything because of giveaway. Right? A word even would.
A word even would. Hal Jordan is heading for the power battery to stick his Green Lantern into it, and you're going to have to read the book to see what happens, but wow. Really good. Looking forward to the next issue of Green Lantern number 4. It was really, really good. Sinestro, you learn more and more about what the Green Lantern race can truly do. I don't like the Guardians anymore. I hope there's a war against the Guardians, like the Green Lanterns versus the Guardians in their third new army. But that's yet to be seen in a future story. Right now we're focusing on Sinestro. And I have a feeling Sinestro is going to lead the Green Lantern Corps against the Guardians. Really good. Looking forward. Green Lantern's been awesome. Let's continue. Let's run through these really quick because Mike says the battery's running out. Green Lantern number 3, definitely check it out. Batman number 3, definitely check it out. Huntress number 2, check out. It was really good. Suicide Squad 3 is awesome. Resurrection Man 3 is awesome. Superboy 3, drop it. Unless you're a Gene 13 fan, then you might want to see just the next issue. Legion Lost,
don't bother.
3, 2, and 1, don't bother. Deathstroke 3 is a goner. Batgirl 3, Amber Light. Batwoman 3 was good. Vampire 2, Amber's enjoying. Avenging Spider-Man was awesome.
Great.
Uncanny X-Force 17 was awesome. New Avengers 18 was awesome. Wolverine number 18 was awesome. Fear Itself 7.2 Thor was great. Marvel .1, unless you want, only if you want side stories leading into the number 1s, I would say check this out. Avengers Origins Vision one-shot, up to you guys, and these are the signed comics for this week. Really nice week, not much bad, just dropping Deathstroke, and after Superboy 4, Superboy. I might not even grab Superboy 4, knowing me. Best story going on right now, and these 2 books are still basically following along in their main stories. And that's this week. Once again, thank you 123 Comic Man for the awesome comic and the showing of this comic, so I got my own. I'm going to enjoy reading this comic after this review. Take care, guys. See you in the next video, which will probably be sometime in the near future. See you guys next week for another Dark Avengers comic book review. Have a good weekend, guys. See you soon.
Later, everyone.